Hi everyone, welcome to this Students Observation Study. So I'm Ebenezer Heng. So this is a study by, observation study by a group of my students, and we have done quite a few. You can look below, I've been sharing some links on previously. We have done Starbucks, we have done quite a few QXR, quick service restaurants. So in this particular case, we're looking at a chain from Seoul, which is based in Singapore. We're looking at the Singapore target market. We're looking at Coffeesmith. So they did some observation and they're giving their thoughts using this particular theory called the jobs theory, jobs to be done. So in it, you can actually observe the target market and also the audience demand for Coffeesmith. Okay, so what are we looking at? What's the key takeaway from this whole thing? So it's the hope, right, or whatever they have, how they can value add to you in a way that you can actually look at this particular subject, which is Coffeesmith, the possible audience persona, and their audience, what are the jobs that they want from a cafe such as this. All these are seen from the young adult perspective, their demographic. Why is that important? If you follow some of the observation study that they have done, you will realize that what is a functional job to them. Seen from our perspective, it could be a social, it could be emotional. So I'm going to talk a little bit in that upcoming session. But for this session, take a look at the two breakdown. They're looking at the functional job to be done, and they're also looking at the social emotional, or what I mentioned in previous BTS and McDonald's example, the intangibles. So with this is the hope that at the last thing, it could be a catalyst or some other F&B and cafes that they can start to think, actually, what are my audience looking for? And in fact, even a deeper layer, who are my audience? You start defining your audience persona, start to be certain and zero in on what they're looking for, what jobs they're looking for before they even come to your cafes. And we're very sure that it can help spike up the awareness, the word of mouth, and obviously at the end of it, your revenue. Okay? Let's take a look at what the students has to say.
We are doing is Coffeesmith. So for the functional purposes is to get beverages and food, and it's also a place to study, and it is a place to go for K-pop idol events, and it's also a place for working adults to hold discussions, and we can enjoy Korean desserts there also. For social, is a place for students to bond and chit-chat, and it's also to keep up with the trends, and it's also a place to go on dates and take Instagram photos.
Fantastic. Okay, hold this image for a while. This is very interesting. I just want to bring out a few points. So, like for example, go for K-pop idol events. I get it that maybe because Coffeesmith is very related to K-pop, but then it's not something that you will go to the cafe to do. So functional is of course like what you mentioned, go for beverage and food, go for enjoyment of Korean dessert. That's quite functional, but for the event. So but in your perspective, in your group perspective, there is something that's functional. So like I said earlier, some of the groups, certain things which they share and see things right are functional. But whereas to my age group, it could be something that's social, there's a social thing that you want to do and they cater for it. Take note of this. So as you are doing for your particular design challenge, right, the age, who and where they come from will have an impact on how they view the things that you're proposing to them as you're doing the testing of your prototype. Okay. So I think you can say that is functional, working adults to hold discussion. So but take note of is that the real purpose of a cafe? Or can we say that cafe has sort of changed over the years? Used to be kopitiam style, we go there, just drink coffee and then get on with our business. But right now, as a cafe, a lot of people see cafe, hey, let's have a meeting at blah 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 cafe. Right, it has taken on a functional role. Fantastic sharing. Thank you, Group 1.
Thank you.
So folks, after listening to my students talking about the jobs to be done, the functional and the social emotional, do you have some thoughts? Is that what you see? So you can see some of the, maybe for example the event, to us it could be something that's social emotional, but to them it's a functional. So as I begin this session, I will just share with you the perspective of a particular group of audience will be very, very different from another group. So the very first thing that you need to do if you are starting your own or you are revamping your marketing effort is to draw out your target audience, the persona, who you are reaching out to, which segment, how old are they. Do not leave out any details. You want to put in as many details about this audience persona. And then you want to calculate. You want to design a product, you want to design an experience for them, how much effort, what is the investment cost. And you want to zoom in and target on the jobs which they want. So in your audience persona, you want to ask people, okay, if this particular target audience, the young adults, you need to check with them and ask them, what are they looking for in a cafe, in a business such as yours? And then you calculate the effort. Once you are done, you have research, you have R&D, the product is ready for launch. During the launch, advertise as much as possible about the job to be done, about the jobs which they want to hire. So for instance, Starbucks has been talking for years about the Starbucks experience, right? So you hear a little bit about the coffee, but generally it's about the Starbucks experience. And in a lot of places, it's about the intangible. It's not so much about the tangible functional benefits. Finally, research and test everything. You have a hypothesis. If it works, you scale up and deepen or widen the SKU. If it does not work, pivot and try other things. In this manner, you will always be moving forward, getting new to business, wowing, exciting your current customers, and growing your revenue. So this is what we have for this session. Thank you very much. This is Ebenezer Heng. I love to talk about marketing. Give me any thoughts you have in the comment section. Try out some of the links and other videos. Join me on LinkedIn. Join our groups, the F&B groups which we have, and let's connect over there. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.